There's a feature in your car that is supposed to make you drive in comfort, especially when traveling and on the highway. A feature that can relieve your leg from the gas and let the car drive at a constant speed on its own. But suddenly, this feature stops working. And not only that, in some cases, this problem could be an indication that there is another problem in the car. So what is this system? Why might it break down? And what is its relationship to the speed sensor? And how do you discover the problem easily? Let us understand the topic from the beginning. In this episode, we will talk about a very important system in modern cars, which is the cruise control system, and we will understand together how this system works and what are the most important reasons that can make it malfunction, and how can you discover the problem before it gets bigger. But first, let us understand what the cruise control is. The cruise control is simply an electronic system in the car. Its function is to keep the car moving at a constant speed without you pressing the gas pedal all the time. This feature will be very useful, especially while traveling and on long-distance highways. When you reach the speed you want, you can activate the system from the buttons on the steering wheel. At that time, the car will maintain this speed on its own, without you needing to press the gas. In modern systems, the issue remains smarter. Some cars have a system that can also maintain a safe distance between you and the car in front of you, and sometimes it also helps in maintaining the lane within the traffic lane. Okay, how does the system work in the first place? Let us see the idea simply. The system depends mainly on knowing the car's speed accurately, and this information comes from the speed sensor located in the gearbox. This sensor measures the speed of rotation of the transmission and sends this data to the car's computer. The car's computer then controls the opening and closing of the throttle or air gate in order to maintain the same speed without the speed increasing or decreasing. And if the driver presses the brakes, the system disconnects immediately. The same goes for if you press the cancel button from the steering wheel. But the important question here is why sometimes the cruise control malfunctions. Let's talk about the most common reasons. The first possible reason why the cruise control stops working is damage to the system's fuse. Like any electronic system in a car, the cruise control has a protection fuse. The function of the fuse is to protect the electrical circuit from an electrical short. If the fuse is burned or damaged, the system simply will not work. The second very common cause is a damaged brake light switch. This brake switch is located at the brake pedal. Its function is to turn on the brake lights when you press the pedal, but at the same time, the car's computer also depends on it to know that you have pressed the brakes. And because the cruise control must be disconnected immediately when you press the brakes, this system is directly linked to the brake switch. If this switch has a malfunction, the car's computer may think that the brakes are pressed all the time. In this case, the cruise control will not be allowed to work. The third reason, which many people do not know about, is damage to the steering wheel chip. The steering wheel chip is the part responsible for connecting electrical signals between the steering wheel and the rest of the car's systems. If it malfunctions, you may notice problems such as a car horn malfunctioning, a problem appearing in the airbag, or a malfunction of the control buttons on the steering wheel, including, of course, the cruise control buttons. The fourth reason, which is one of the most important reasons, is damage to the gearbox speed sensor. As we said before, the speed sensor is the primary source of information on which the system depends. If this sensor gives me incorrect readings or stops working, the car's computer will not be able to know the true speed of the car, and at that time, the system simply will not work. Therefore, if you notice that the cruise control suddenly disconnected, you must check these reasons in order. Start with the fuse, then the brake switch, then the steering wheel chip, and finally the speed sensor in line. And there is an important point that you must pay attention to here. Do not consider the cruise control malfunction function to be just a luxury feature that has malfunctioned and that's it, because sometimes the problem may be related to another important system in the car, especially if the cause is the speed sensor. In this case, it is best to examine the car with a fault-checking device in order to confirm the exact cause of the problem. In short, the cruise control system is one of the very useful systems in the car, especially when traveling and highways. But if it disconnects, you must know the real reason in order to avoid any bigger problems in the car. In the end, if the episode was useful for you, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all new updates.